Hello, it is Destiny back with another video, and I am the host of Decimania. How is your day going? Just got done watching Night of Champions a little bit ago. I wanted to kind of take a little bit of time to process what went down at the show. I have a couple things to say about the show and a couple possible new directions they're going in. One of them, unfortunately, may not be the expected and much hoped for outcome for Cody Rhodes, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But overall, I thought this was a good show. Nothing too major, except for what happened at the end of the show and the main event, really. Let's see, I believe 5 of my predictions right. So, this is Destiny, the host of Decimania, and this is your Night of Champions 2023 review. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And let's get into it, because I have quite a bit to say about this show. First of all, they kicked off with what everybody thought was going to be the main event. But then again, let's face it, who are we kidding? Roman Reigns is always going to be in the main event. I'm sorry, but they kicked it off with the crowning of the new World Heavyweight Championship between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. This is a good match. I wish they would have given them a little bit more time, but other than that, it was a good match, and I thought it should have been the main event. I predicted AJ, but Seth won. He got him in the calf crusher at some point. AJ got him, and he kicked out. AJ hit like a brain buster on the apron of the ring, so that was crazy. Styles had a pedigree on Rollins at one point, and then Seth hit him back with one. I'm surprised they didn't do the spot where Seth tried to do Styles Clash. I think he hit Styles Clash a couple times, AJ did, but Seth finally hit him with a curb stomp and won. You know what? I'm fine with it. I mean, it's kind of pointless to put SmackDown talent in that match. If you wanted to have AJ on Raw, why didn't you just draft him in the first place? Or in the tournament, rather. But, whatever. It was a good match. Seth won. I'm happy for Seth. Now, at least we have a constant champion on Raw, and, I still think they shot themselves in the foot by doing what they did at WrestleMania, but that's neither here nor there. But, congratulations to Seth Rollins, your new World Heavyweight Champion. I put a post about that up on my channel during the show, so on my community page. Next up, we had Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. This was a build that I just really didn't care for. I like Trish and Becky both. This match really wasn't all that great either. I mean, it was fine for what it was. Nothing too exciting, really, except for the appearance of Zoe Stark at the end, and she helped Trish win. And yeah. And, they just wasn't all that exciting. This is going to lead to I think it's going to lead to a tag team match between Lita and Becky versus Trish and Zoe. Is what I think is going to happen at Money in the Bank, and then you do the one-on-one rematch between Trish and Becky at SummerSlam, is what I think you should do. But no, I really didn't care for this match that much. I really didn't. And that sucks, because I like both of them. I like both Becky and Trish. But let's see. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther and Mustafa Ali. Now, we all knew Gunther was going to win this match, but never did I expect this match to actually have the... I thought it was going to be a dominant victory. I mean, it was, but they actually gave Ali kind of a fighting chance in this match. He hit a couple of good moves. He hit Gunther with like a couple of DDTs and like something like that, but got a couple of false finishes. It was good. It was what it needed to be. We all expected Gunther to win, but that was cool that they gave Ali that fighting chance, where the crowd's like, oh, maybe he's gonna win it, but whatever. Gunther's still the champ, and that's how it should stay until he breaks that record, I think. I don't know, I want him to break the record now, but neither here nor there. But next up, I don't remember these next couple of matches in order. I really don't. I think it was... I believe it was the women's title matches back-to-back, and then Cody and Brock. I think it was. So, first up was the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Bianca Belair. This is one of my predictions I got wrong. This is the other prediction I got wrong. I thought it was Bianca that was going to win. So, Asuka is your new Raw Women's Champion, which still doesn't make any sense because they're both on SmackDown now. But, whatever. It is what it is. I think Bianca might be turning heel at some point because they were booing her and they were like pro Asuka for this. Kind of like a Backlash when they were cheering for Io Sky. It's kind of like that, but whatever. I think she's going heel. Asuka, it was really cool because the spot in the match was where like won her the match was that she spit the mist. Asuka did spit like mist onto her hands, and then when Bianca goes to get her up for the KOD, Asuka basically starts digging her fingers into the eyes of Bianca, which blinds her. She rakes the eyes, blinds her with the mist, and hits her with a couple kicks to the back of the head, and Asuka is your new Raw Women's Champion, which still sounds weird, but good for Asuka. That was cool. I don't know. It's kind of cool to see a couple title changes on this show. But then this was... this didn't even last a minute. This was the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Natalya and Rhea Ripley. I figured they would give Natalya a little bit of a... be like a good 15-minute match or whatever, but no, it was like a minute and 9 seconds. So Rhea and Dominic came out, and Dominic right away got up on the apron, started distracting Natalya, saying that Rhea was better. Literally what happened in this match was she hit her from one side of the ring to the other on the steps on both sides. Rhea did, and got her hit with she hit her with the Riptide and won the match like that. So that was weird. It's a dominant victory for Rhea, I guess. I don't know what to say about it other than it just was quick, I guess. I don't know. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, and this is where it gets good. I think there's gonna be a rematch between Brock and Cody at Money in the Bank because of the finish. I don't think Cody's gonna be facing Brock at SummerSlam now, unless he does double duty, which I don't really see happening, but because it would just be weird for him to qualify for Money in the Bank and then have to face Brock. I think or it's going to be Brock and Cody at SummerSlam. I think what could happen is maybe Brock costs him the qualifying match, but let's get into the match. So Cody came into this match with a, quote, broken arm, which was literally just a fracture. I mean, they put a cast on his arm for a fracture. I don't know how bad they are. I've never been in that kind of situation, but Cody had a titanium cast on his hand. So he was using it on Brock. Brock got him up for the F5 at one point. Cody kicked out of it. He got him in the Kimura for like a long time, Brock did. And he finally got to the ropes. It was a good 2 minutes, maybe, that he had him in that. Maybe 3, I don't remember. But it was a long time. Cody finally got out of it. He then hit him with a couple crossroads, going for a third one, but Brock, I think, countered and got him in the Kimura again. And Brock... Oh, we hit him with a Cody cutter too, sorry. Brock got him in the Kimura again, and Cody passed out from the pain, which was what I thought might happen. Now, the reason I am now skeptical of the Cody and Brock match trilogy... Look. They're clearly setting up to do a third match. Okay, how could you not? Brock won one, Cody won last month. They're doing a rubber match. But is it going to be at Money in the Bank, or is it going to be SummerSlam? Either way is not an indication that... Either way, that's an indication that Cody is not going to be challenging Brock at SummerSlam. Or not Brock, but Roman. Sorry. No, Cody and Brock are going to have a rematch at some point at SummerSlam. Or Money in the Bank. Which means they are probably going to freaking do the stupid thing and wait until WrestleMania 40 to have the rematch between Cody and Roman. Now, I had heard reports a couple days ago that it was going to be Gunther and Cody, which, it could still be, but it's going to be for the World Heavyweight title. I mean, I would rather do Seth and Gunther, but now that we have this situation, I don't know. It was a good match. I liked it. It was predictable, but it was a good match. But now, with what we saw with the Bloodline tonight, it makes me think that Roman's going to be in a match at Money in the Bank, and it's probably going to be Jimmy and Roman, based on what we got in the main event. So, I don't know. I just wish they would have freaking done this at Mania and pulled the trigger, or we wouldn't be in this situation right now. But still a good match between Cody and Brock. I liked it. I liked their little feud. I mean, I don't want to see a rematch if it's going to cost Cody or sacrifice Cody's chances of challenging at SummerSlam. Now, what could happen, and I'll get into this later, but main event. Brock, sorry, but you don't need to have a rematch with Cody. Main event. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. So, this was good too. I actually like this match better than Cody and Brock. Basically because of the ending. But they were pro Sami, so this is cool. Mike Rowan, the ring announcer for SmackDown, gets on the mic and he goes to announce Roman, and then Paul takes the mic out of his hand and does the whole introductions for Roman and Solo. And then he goes to announce Sami, and Sami takes the mic out of his hand and he announces himself and Kevin Owens as the tag team champions in Arabic, which was kind of cool. And Roman's just like, what the frick are you saying? Like, what? So, it was a good match. There was a ref bump in the match. Sami and Kevin were really over in this match, and Roman made the save for Solo at one point, and the referee, he tried to do it again, but the referee was like, no, you can't make another save, you already did your save. But I don't know. This was just great, but then there was a ref bump, so Sami went to get, I think he went to spear Roman or something, or Solo or one of them, and he stopped himself because the referee was there, but then Roman went to spear him, and Sami moved out of the way, and, like, that's where you got your ref bump. And then you're like, okay, time to get the Usos out here. That's what I was thinking. And come out there they did. So, Sami, they're taking out Kevin. They bury Kevin under the announce desk, under the English or American announce desk. So, they hit Kevin with the super kick each, and then they're going for a double, or no, Sami, sorry. They hit Sami with the super kick, and they're about to hit him with a double super kick, and Roman's like, I didn't tell you to come out here, what are you doing? Or no, they kick Solo. They accidentally kicked Solo. Sami ducked, and they kicked Solo Sikoa in the face. Roman sees this, he gets up and he's like, what the frick are you guys doing out here? There's no more day one crap. Get out of here. I don't want to see you out here. And then blah blah blah, just berating the Usos, and Jimmy super kicks Roman. Now, we all thought it was going to be Jay for the longest time until last night, or a week ago on SmackDown, and last night, and I was like, oh, frick, they're going to go with Jimmy instead of Jay. But anyway, he slapped Jimmy and Jay before they both do that. Or before Jimmy does that. Jimmy kicks, super kicks Roman. And then freaking... Oh, frick, lost my train of thought. Jimmy kicks Roman. And then Jay's looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, and then he does something. Hold on, I'm trying to think. He says something to either Solo or Jay. I think it was Jay. He gets in Jay's face. He sees Solo down, and he gets... Jimmy's like, you should have... I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago. You should have, done this when you had the chance. Look at what just happened. I'm your brother. I would never treat you like Roman's doing. And then they left. He told Jay, let's go. And another referee came out not before Kevin got up and hit Solo with the stunner. Another referee came out and got the pinfall, counted the pin on Sami, pinning Solo. Sami and Kevin are still your tag team champions. Sorry, that was a mouthful. But no, the bloodline has seemed to have... It hasn't fully imploded yet, but it's not the end yet, but it's the beginning of the end. So whenever Roman does lose that title, whoever he loses it to, he ain't gonna have any help. Because what I think could happen is... I think now Jimmy and Jay are going to well, as soon as Jimmy gets Jay fully on board, they're going to try to talk sense into Solo. Like, what are you doing? You're our brother. He's just using you to get, he doesn't care about you, whatever. I think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen, or what could have the potential of happening, is Solo eventually splits from Roman, or he doesn't and they neutralize him. Whenever Roman loses that title, I think the Usos and Solo are going to factor into it, but Solo is going to be neutralized. But I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously it's probably going to be Solo and Roman against Jay and Jimmy. Or it's going to be Jimmy and Solo, or Jimmy and Roman and Money in the Bank. But we're probably not getting that Cody match this year after what we just saw. No, I like this story. I really do. But, I really wish you still could have done this. You still could have done this. This storyline that you did tonight, you still could have had the same outcome had you given the belt to Cody. You still could have done the same thing you did had you just given the belt to Cody. And you can say, hey, you know what, Roman's gonna go for the tag titles now, and you could still have these cracks form in the bloodline, but they didn't do that. They just kept the belts on Roman, which I'm glad they lost even more now because of that. But I don't know, whenever Roman does lose that title, it's gonna be a big deal, whether it be Cody next year or whether it be someone else, or I don't know. But my suggestion, the only way this could work is if Cody does double duty now. Or if someone gets injured in the if someone gets injured in the match. Say, I don't know, this is far-fetched, but say Cody qualifies for Money in the Bank now. And Brock costs him that match. They have another match at Money in the Bank. It's like Cody just freaking beats the crap out of Brock. Just hits him with everything he can and, beats him. Maybe say someone gets injured in the match or something and Cody just went through freaking heck with Brock and he replaces whoever. I don't like doing that, but it's just an idea. Kind of what Brock did in 2019, where Brock gets beat by Cody. Cody replaces whoever in the match because they got injured, and he wins Money in the Bank. That's the only way you can do this now, I think. That's the only way you can do this now. Otherwise, Cody ain't gonna get that belt until next year. And I don't know if I can see another year or another 11 months with Roman as champion. I don't know if I can do that. But overall, it was a good show. World title match was really good. The Bloodline stuff was good. Cody and Brock was okay. And neither of the women's title matches were really that memorable, I guess. Except for the one spot in the finish of the Bianca and Asuka match. It was good. It was alright. Not one that I'm going to go back and watch, but it was alright. Let me know you guys' thoughts on Night of Champions. Did you like it? Do you like what went on with the Bloodline and what went down with Seth and AJ and stuff like that? Did you guys like this show? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys later. Peace.